We both have had some updates to our own, personal job situations.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I've I I don't want to say I said F that job, like I really wasn't effing with my job, but if you're leaving a job, you're not really effing with it. So I guess I did say F that job. I left where I was working at before. I was working I guess you could say in education. I wasn't a teacher or nothing like that, but I was working in a school and decided that it was time to move on out of that and into something different. Um, Happy to be working from home. Don't got to go into nowhere every day.
Working from home is like that's like the 10th wonder of the world. Like that's like the greatest thing that has ever been invented.
Bro,
Like
I wake up, my alarm go off. I got my work phone there. I clock in, my laptop in the bed with me. Bro, I don't get out the bed for the first hour.
yeah,
I'm like laying in the bed checking emails and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. You know.
I think for myself, what's new with me for myself? Still in my field, still in the same field, but just stepped up, upgraded a little bit to another level, just keep elevating. So I think that's the thing about it. Like, for me, I've been fortunate. I haven't had to say F that job in a long time, in a few years. But I've just been like, kind of like F this spot. And then I just keep moving up. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, for me, it's all about progression. It's all about elevation. So moving up, I finished school. So I try to get so I could move up, so
Congratulations.
thank you, man. Thank you. I'm gonna say that shit all of the time too. I'm just gonna let y'all know going forward in 2023, because it took me a long fucking time to get done with that shit. So I'm going to continuously say that.
Word.
Right.
All right. Well, we about to hop into this first caller or this episode's caller. If y'all don't know by now, we shoot multiple episodes in a night. So this is the first one of the night. Y'all not gonna get the rest of these until a couple weeks down the line, but we just jumping into it right now for the night. So we're gonna get into this caller coming up next and F with it.
All right, so we're here today with our first guest of the night. Do you want to remain anonymous? I didn't ask you that before.
Yes, I would like to remain anonymous.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, so somebody we known for a long time, another Wilson alumni. So we got Ash on the phone, and what's going on, Ash? What's up? Give us your
Hey,
workplace grievances. Go ahead, air 'em- air it out.
um, I'm not gonna air it all out because I know y'all don't like to say where we work. I wouldn't say where I worked and where I got
No, we
where
can
I
bleep it
left
out.
from.
We can bleep it.
Okay,
You can say it. Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna say it, but if it slip up.
Okay.
So when I recently decided to say F this job, and it was when I think this is the first time I've worked in a toxic work environment, and I was blown away by just like everything that was going on. It was like a circus. Like there was no expectations of anyone. People telling their boss what they are and are not gonna do. Like I didn't realize how bad it was because like I say to myself, I come to work, like I'm in my own little world. I don't care about y'all interpersonal issues. But when I was just like taking a peep at what was going on, I said, wow, this is awful. Like I cannot work here. If I want to level up, if I want to, grow in my career, like this is not a place that I can stay because it rubs off on everybody. They see one person like oh, I come to work when I want to, everybody gonna feel like they could do that if there's no repercussions for that person. And so that's kind of like how what kind of the first time I was like, oh yeah, I got to go. And then it was just like the interpersonal issues, and like when I have to tell a coworker like, yo, stop talking to me, like I don't like you. So I would just prefer that you not talk to me at all. I said I'm gonna find my exit, because I'm gonna end up going to jail behind like people, and I don't. That's not how I work. Like I can get along, I can work with people that I don't necessarily, care for or whatever. But when it's getting to the point where people have no boundaries, and like it was just getting really ridiculous.
So
But
let me sorry, let me cut you off for a second. But what's the field of work are you in? Like
okay,
what area is it?
so I'm in social work,
Okay.
case management. So I work specifically with the mentally ill population
Hmm.
who are a part of the criminal justice system.
Okay.
So that's my field right now.
Okay.
Okay.
So three different
And
layers of
yes,
yeah. Okay. All right.
yes,
All right.
yes,
So
a lot of layers.
you said the workplace environment is real toxic.
Hmm.
A lot of people doing whatever the hell they want to do. Not and management is just kind of letting everybody run wild. So
Right.
what was the first time that you like saw something and you was like, wait, ain't nobody gonna say nothing then? Like what was the first time where you kind of realized like, oh, shit might be a little bit off here?
Um. Ooh, I'm thinking of one
Or the first
where
time
I don't want to give too much details into this, but let's just say that someone made a very critical nursing error,
Mhm.
and someone could have been seriously hurt, or something could have happened to someone that would have been detrimental,
Mhm.
and there was no consequence for it, none.
Was it a mistake or was it something that was like
Was blatant carelessness, don't care.
Just
It
negligence.
was blatant, just complete negligence, don't care. Either that or they not paying attention to what they're doing.
Hmm. I mean, because
So
I've
that was the first day where I was like, wow, like everybody knows this was this person and nobody's gonna do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've worked in different situations. I've worked in like a residential setting before, and it was an issue where it was something kind of, I don't know if it was similar to what was going on with you, but it was like an issue with like passing meds. And it's one of the reasons why like at this particular place they stopped having the staff pass meds and had the nurses come in and pass meds, because
Okay.
between the clients or the people there, is two of them were joking around. It was like, oh no, I took his. It was like, what? And then like it was a whole ordeal trying to figure out if they really took it or not. But they was hiding it in their pocket. Finally, we got it all figured out. Everybody got the meds that they were supposed to get, but the person who was passing never recorded anything down. And then it got out. And then it got out that the whole situation happened, and the person who never recorded anything ended up getting fired. So like I know how things are supposed to go in those situations. Like even though nothing actually happened in the situation I'm talking about,
Yeah.
you still get fired for
and
that.
when you dealing with
Mhm.
that type of stuff, when you're dealing with like medication, right? Like people are taking medication for a specific reason,
Yeah.
right? And so like and other people are taking medication for their reason. You can't just mix shit
Yeah.
together. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because like it caused some type of chemical imbalance.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
All
and
kinds of
like
bad stuff.
Yeah.
obviously
You
like
can
people could
literally
die.
kill someone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't be like you have to be on top of that type of stuff because
Yeah.
and I don't want that responsibility ever.
No, I never. That's why I never did.
No.
I was always delegating.
You have to know what works
Yeah.
for you and what does not. Yeah.
So, that was the first. That was one of the first times that you realized how chaotic the work environment was. What's some other things that are, like you've noticed that what got you to the point where you had to tell a coworker, "I don't fuck with you. Don't be talking to me."
It was just because I just didn't appreciate how she just felt like she didn't have to be part of the team. Like she was one of the ones who would tell the supervisor what she is and is not going to do, creating more work for everybody else in the office. She was like nice, nasty. So she would try to come off as she's so caring and, loving and all this other stuff, but she's just a nasty, evil person. And I've never met anybody like that. I was blown away. I was like, this lady is crazy. And so I was like, you crazy to people that know you and have been friends with you. I'm not friends with you. So what would you do to me?
Yeah.
Like, I don't trust you. And she continued to, like, I would keep it cordial. I wasn't going to tell her I don't like you, but she's one of them crazy people who don't have no boundaries.
How long did you work with her?
All together, I probably worked with her for like 4 years. Maybe, yeah, like 4 years.
So you think that,
On and off.
so you think that like, you said you were able to like work with people and, even like dealing with interpersonal skills that people have and some people,
Mm-hmm.
because that to me, sometimes like that's something that I kind of struggle with.
Okay.
Sometimes I struggle with, and it's not because like of my interpersonal skills, it's
Mm-hmm.
because like having to like deal with other people's
Mhm.
like skills, because it's like
Yeah.
if we're here to do something, like we're all here to do a job, right? We on the job, we in our career, we doing what we're supposed to do. Your emotions and the feelings about things is like, to me, it's really irrelevant
Yeah.
because it's like, especially if it has nothing to do with the actual job
Right.
being done. So,
Absolutely.
so how do you like day to day, like deal with like working with somebody who is just like, yo, I don't like you. Like, how do you day to day deal with somebody like that after you tell them I don't like you?
And what was her response when you told her?
I went back to minding the business that pays me because I was never rude to her. We have to work together. She would say good morning, I would say good morning, but I'm not having no conversation with you. That's not happening. And I would exit every single conversation that she would try to start. Um it was just like that. Like, I don't trust to even have a conversation with you. Wait, what did you say? What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
No, well, what was the like, what was the reaction to like, how
Oh,
do you
what did
react
she
to I don't like you?
First of all, she was like, why? And I was like, I forget it. She was taken aback. And I was like, I don't think you're a nice person. And she was like, can you tell me why you don't think I'm a nice person? And my response was, no. I said, you're a middle-aged woman. You know what you be doing around here. You don't need me to tell you what to be doing. Just know that I don't fuck with you because of how you are. I didn't tell her like that, but that's in a nutshell. That's what I said. I didn't want her calling HR on me, but that's basically what So she was like, "Okay, thank you."
Asking for
And
clarity
she
on why
yeah, like
is crazy.
you're older than me. You older than my mom, and you doing this stuff. Like, this not
Oh, she one of them.
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Been there a while. Like, is she one of those that have been there a while, so she kind of thinks she know what's how things
Yeah.
supposed to be, just stuck in their way,
Yeah.
can't tell them nothing?
Is she one of those people who then outlasted a couple managers, like a couple, where like, so she think like, oh no, I'm gonna do it the way I've been doing it, or I'm gonna keep doing the stuff that I've been doing? Is she one of them type of people?
No, because like the job that I had that I'm talking about, there was they retained their employees for the most part.
Okay.
So we only had two different directors and one of them just got promoted. So she's still involved.
Okay.
So since I've been there, it hasn't been a lot of turnover. I think that she just is one of those people who has to go against the grain, who has to like secretly create chaos and to be like, I'm not doing that, and put her work off on other people, but try to do it in a way where it seemed like she being so friendly and nice.
So she like one of them old ladies that like got like walk around with like butterscotch candy in the bottom of their purse type. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
okay, all right, got you.
yeah.
So I mean, so what did you like? You're not currently there, right?
No, I am not. I said F this job and I found a new one.
All right. So like I mean, what are you into now? Like what are you doing? Same field?
So I'm in the same field, but I am now in a leadership position. And that's another um that was another thing that happened when I was like, okay, F this job, is that like I was outgrowing the position. I was outgrowing my job. Like, and I had people rallying around me like, you have way too many skills to be stuck in this dead end job. Like, you need to be in leadership. You need to be, sitting at, these tables where decisions are being made. And so I had people rallying around me. I had people looking out like, yo, this place is hiring for this leadership position. I think you will be good. Go. I'm going to put in a good word. Like I had people around me like that. So when you got people cheering you on, because sometimes our skills just come second nature to us that we don't see them as skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're not even thinking that you're going above and beyond. I'm just like, I'm doing my job, but y'all think I'm doing great. So that was like very helpful. And that like helped me be like, you know what? That is true. Like I'm outworking y'all in here.
The crazy thing about that is like because one thing I'm noticing now, and I don't know if it's like after COVID, kind of people's work ethic it has been.
People don't want to work at all.
So it's like when somebody
They
is
don't
just
want to
doing their
work.
job, like
It
they
looked
really
like
be shining
they
because
just
it's just like yeah. So
Yeah.
So
I'll be like, I don't think I did anything special, but yeah.
so was there anything like was there a straw that broke the camel's back? So you talked about like um that it was a toxic work environment. Was there one particular thing other than just people hyping you up and telling you like you needed to pursue something else? And I'm pretty sure you even mentioned that that job that you were in retained people. So it wasn't like people was leaving and there was other spots
Right.
opening up and stuff like that. But was it something that happened where you was just like, nah, this is it. This is it. I can't do this shit no more.
No, it wasn't anything in particular. It was the day-to-day shit show. Like it was the day-to-day, like coming in, like what's about to happen today, some BS about to happen today. Like, what it just was a circus, and I just was like easing my way out. Like I'm gonna put my 2 weeks in, but just know I am not looking. And I would tell my supervisor, she was also supportive, but I would tell her like, I'm just giving you a heads up, I'm looking for a new job. Like I can't be in here, like I don't want you to be blindsided, because I respected her as a leader.
that was courteous.
And so yeah, it was very I didn't have to.
Mm-mm.
I know I didn't have to, but she was one of the people who were so supportive of me. Like she's like, you need to be in a leadership position.
How long have you been in the social work field?
Since 2011.
Okay.
So 12 years. And
Yes.
you're doing social work and like kind of helping other people with their problems.
I was just about to ask this question.
So when you're doing that, how do you like what do you do for self-care?
Especially during that time when you was dealing with all of that toxic energy and all of the bullshit, the whole shit show. And you doing that and you dealing with the stress of just being in social work. Like what were you doing for yourself?
I was not, and that was that was another part of the problem. I was not really taking care of myself. I have a 7-year-old daughter, so she comes first. So, but I would tell I knew that like it would change, but at that time, I was just like on the grind, trying to find a new job, trying to work, trying to, stay sane. And like my mental health was not good at all in 2022 because of like just work and everything else. So I definitely was not taking care of myself, but I know how important that is to take care of yourself.
And are you doing that now? Are you getting to that point?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to.
Okay.
What kind of
You
things
know,
are
you
you?
oh go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, what kind of things are you trying as far as like self care now?
Um Getting outside more, like I take my dog on longer walks
Mm-hmm.
now just to like at least, because I rarely have time to just clear my head. Either I'm working or taking care of my daughter. So I use that as my time to like decompress from the day, you know, just just get air, So that's one of the ways that I try to. And I try to get rest, like real rest, like even if I'm not sleeping, but still just resting because I'm so used to being on the go. And so now I have a job where I can kind of like, I have some days where I can like chill at work from home, which is a more relaxed environment. So
I just
that helped a lot.
I just got done saying like, yo, work from home is the
Oh my gosh. It was on my list that when I prayed for a new job, it was like number one.
No, I just started a new job probably like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and when I was looking for something, that was the number one thing that I was looking for. Is like, yo, I'm an introvert to begin with, so it was just like, yo, if I get somewhere where I can be by myself and get my work done, I'm gonna be on top of the
Yeah.
world.
I'm not even an introvert. I'm an extrovert, but 2022 kicked my ass. I was like, oh my God, I can't, people are too much. Like, I need a break from y'all. Like, humans are a lot.
they
So
are. They are.
it happened to be like I shared an office with like 13 people. It was just a huge space with desks and it was a lot. It was a lot.
So I think we all can agree that work from home is a blessing.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yes it is.
Anything else you want to leave us with?
Nope, that's it.
That's it. You think you got it all off your chest? The lady with the butterscotch candy at the bottom of her
She can go to hell. She can go to hell from where her ass came from.
So ma'am, if you're listening, a former coworker of yours who she didn't say
She knows the vibe.
but you know the vibe. She said, and you can go to hell as far as we concerned. F that job
and F you,
and F you and F your purse and all and
all the hard candy in the bottom of that one.
All right.
All right. Bye.
All right, so we got some good stories about hard candy and evil women, and the evil women who carry hard candy, and the evil women who carry it on this episode of
F that job, the place to carry purses, carry butterscotch candy. What's the little strawberry little candy?
Oh my God, the ones that get stuck in your teeth.
Yeah.
Nah, I used to fuck with those heavy in church.
Yeah, you ever had like the chocolate turtles? Like my grandmother used to have the turtles, like, and we could not touch them shit.
See,
like you do not touch them.
It wasn't no problem with me touching them because I wasn't a fan of like peanuts and stuff like that. So I wasn't gonna mess with them at all. But yeah, no, I remember.
Don't touch the turtles and the that big blue tin can that had the cookies.
Oh, the cookies in, yeah.
But it was never cookies in there. It was always like pennies or like knitting equipment and shit.
Yeah, sewing kit. That's a sewing kit. Yeah, for real. But she actually said since she has some good stuff to say. I think it's a gem in there that I don't want people to miss. Excuse me, where she was talking about how she had kind of outgrown her job, but she had got so used to just doing her job that she didn't realize that her skills had outgrown her position. And it took other people in her life to kind of sit down, even her supervisor, even to sit down and say, no, you're ready for a leadership position. So, maybe if it wasn't for them people, she would have just got frustrated and moved laterally into another position instead of moving up into a management position, a leadership role that she's in now.
Right. I think it's important for any of our listeners who may be in a manager or a supervisor position, that it's important that you encourage the people that you're leading to keep going, to do better, to keep, like you also got a succession plan. Like it's important for you to encourage them to move up and keep going, progressing in their career, because you don't want to see those people just stuck in that same place, and if you do, then like you hate it. You're really a hater. You know what I mean? So that was important, man. And I'm glad that, she kind of like, thought it was her time and moved on.
Yeah. So another good episode, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the bell for notification. Hit us up with y'all stories. If you relate to this, if you got a story similar, this not the last time we're gonna talk about toxic work environments and hard candy and ladies' purses. So hit us up and y'all could get back. Y'all can get on the show. Y'all can tell y'all story.
The name of this episode is Butterscotch.
Butterscotch toxicity.
Butterscotch toxicity. There we go. Hey man, thank y'all tuning in. F with us.
F with us.